Hey YouTube, Peterbilt Knife Guy. Today I'm going to be doing a video called Why Knives Are the Most Versatile Tools Ever Invented. And I know that's not going to be what the title says, but that's what I'm going to say right now. My channel, my choice. It's 2023, people. Get with the program. I could identify as a knife if I want to. Anyways, knives, in my opinion, are the most versatile tool ever invented. There's so much you could do with them. From self-defense to survival to manufacture. You can make stuff. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can carve spoons. You can make fire. You can literally do anything. And I can just hear the keyboard warriors gearing up right now to head over and hit me up in the comments with their opinions. So they're ready. They're the most, there's nothing more dangerous in this world than a keyboard warrior. Because I'm going to tell you right now, them guys and girls, I guess, are the most superior creatures ever. They are just prepared for everything. But let's get into this. So knives, why are they better than a lot of other things? Let's just say self-defense. Okay, we have other options out there. I mean, you can go as far as hitting somebody with a stick if you want to, pushing them off a cliff. I mean, there's just all kinds of ways to hurt a person. And you know what? I think throughout time, bladed objects have been the number one. I think up until modern times, within the last 100 and some odd years, knives and sharpened objects, essentially, knives, spears, swords, all that stuff like that, have been the number one self-protection and military tool ever. I don't even think that's a disputed thing. Hold on. Let's let the people comment. Let them get catched up while they complain. My 1911 was there in 1406. Fucking 1911's coming across with the Mayflower. But anyways, sorry, I'm getting all off track here. But yeah, so self-defense, fighting, anything like that. You can make a spear. You can do all kinds of things. You can even lash this. Well, I wouldn't do this one, but a knife to a spear and make it a self-defense weapon if you have to. I know somebody's gonna be like, my gun, my 1911, 7 shots, best thing ever. Just let them comment, people. Sorry, I'm having too much fun with this one today. But yeah, self-defense. Knives are awesome. Now, I know knife fighting doesn't really happen too much these days, and it's a good thing because it's brutal. I mean, some parts of the country, they still go after each other with machetes and stuff. And if you've ever had the pleasure of seeing one of those, it's not a pleasure. Just letting you know. So anyways, self-defense, we covered that. Shelter. You can't build a shelter with a gun or a flashlight. A flashlight might help at night, but, there's ways around that, and we'll get to it. You can use these knives. You can use a knife, any knife. If you had this knife in a survival situation and only this knife, this would be your best companion. It's not even full tang. You would baby this thing, and you would use it for everything. You can use this to make tent stakes. You can use this to make, well, not particularly this one, but other knives. Let's say this guy right here. For chopping up poles and making a lean-to or something, some kind of shelter. You can use a knife. You're not going to make a shelter with a gun or a flashlight. Warmth, fire, light, all things that could be achieved with a good a good knife, actually. A lot, that's a skill that's kind of a dying skill. Most people carry alternate ways, but I mean, if you are skilled enough, you can make a fire with just a knife and a flint or a piece of rock or something like that. It's done. You can look it up on YouTube. It's been done hundreds of times. Now, is there easier ways of doing it? Absolutely. You have a hard time making a fire with a gun. I don't care what people say. But yeah, it's definitely something can be done. So we cover self-protection, shelter, light, fire, heat. That's another one. Water. I don't know if it'd really help you aid in water, but if you had to dig a hole, you could sharpen a stick to make a hole. you know, so you don't have to dig with your knife because you don't want to be running your blade through dirt and rocks and stuff like that. So you could sharpen up a stick or put a flat end on a stick for digging if you wanted to. That's another thing. So what I'm basically getting at is there is no real one tool option, but in my opinion, the most well-rounded tool of all ever made was a bladed object. Now, mine just happened to be knives, but there's swords and there's other stuff. But even if you go like swords, you know, I mean, you're gonna, if you're that ball ninja guy out there in the frickin' woods and get lost with your sword, I mean, if you see a cougar or mountain lion or something, you might have a better chance than if you had just your little pocket knife. But I would love to see you do anything else but protect yourself with that sword. You know, that's what could you imagine being out there with a sword carving a stick or a spoon or something? That'd be kind of funny. But yeah, utensil making, that's another thing. Make utensils, all kinds of stuff. They're just such a perfect tool. It's been around for a long, long time, since they were making knives out of flint and putting sinew and whatever else on it and a bone handle, and they've made axes out of rocks and stuff, you know. Bladed objects are just the epitome of awesome, in my opinion. It is not... The reason this knife community is so big is because I think it is in our nature to like bladed objects. They have been a part of the human species for a long freaking time. I mean, probably I'm not going to say since we were standing upright, but you know, for human beings as a species, bladed objects have just been the number one tool that has helped society. You know, I don't see any other way around it. You know, the internet invention was cool, but I'm pretty sure if you search hard enough, you'd be able to find a bladed instruments have helped us get there. We had to get our ways out of the jungle somehow, right, people? But anyways, that's all I got for you today. I just love knives, and I love the knife community and all the people in here, and it's just fun. It's fun because we all share the same passion. You know, people who don't understand why we like knives so much, and you know, think it's weird that we have a bunch of knives or watch YouTube videos of knives and crap like that, you know, they're so tuned out from reality. They don't understand, like, these are the people that if they lose cell service in the mall, they are lost. They go off the freaking deep end. Society's screwed. But anyways, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching.